In a world where some men are invincible, only one is.
Welcome to the Talking Invincible podcast. I am your host, JD Carr, and there's another host.
I am host as well. My name is Ryan Dahl.
On our following podcast, we will be talking about season 3 of Invincible. We will be checking our phones a lot, by the way, because that's where all our notes are.
Indeed.
Sorry for the visual viewers. You're just going to see Ryan Dahl. I'm used to seeing Ryan Dahl stare at his phone.
Right. Okay,
Chief.
Okay, buddy.
But no, just as a quick recap of what's going on in Invincible right now. Invincible, Mark Grayson, Viltrumite, half Viltrumite technically, has just defeated the evil Angstrom Levy.
Indeed.
And left him to die in another dimension. He's currently living with his mom and his half brother, who's more alien than he is.
Oliver.
His dad's in space. Honestly, if you're listening to a podcast about Invincible season 3 and you don't know all this yet, I'd recommend you go watch season 1 of the show. It's really good.
Yes. Okay.
But now, shall we get to talking about the episode? We'll be giving our thoughts and feelings and giving a sort of recap of the episode. That's Dave Blunt's. Dave Blunt's.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Well, this is the recap of episode 1, season 3.
Ooh.
At the very beginning,
Aye.
Omni-Man misses his wife.
Yeah, that's
I
from.
miss my wife.
That's from the last season.
It is.
This is in the cold open recap. Previously on Invincible. But no, we just get a recap for everything. The first thing we see is Mark training against the evil villain known as the Giant.
The Giant.
Who's 6 years old.
Yes.
Cecil, his boss, has employed the previous villain Giant as a sort of training dummy. Foreshadowing.
Whoa.
For heroes. And Mark, he's getting stronger. We get a music montage of him, he lifts an iceberg.
Rising up.
Keep doing that. He lifts an iceberg. He takes a hot bath in lava.
Yeah.
He probably does another thing. They invent a whole new machine for him to bench press essentially because he's so strong. We also get the new title card gag. The title cards are changing color schemes with a glitchy effect.
They are.
Foreshadowing. ASMR, Invincible foreshadowing. All right, where? But no, Invincible's just glazing. Invincible's just glazing Mark. I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's lots of Mark glazing.
Yeah, there's lots of Mark dick sucking. Cecil's Mark's increased his powers, but
138%.
He's so much faster. He's not gonna get his ass kicked this time.
Yeah. Anissa. Foreshadowing.
And then Rexplode comes in and he's like, oh, way to make a superhero feel inadequate. And he's lost his favorite finger from the last season.
Come on, Cecil. It's his favorite finger.
He's still fucking annoying as hell.
Rex is still annoying.
Part of our notes, Rex is still really annoying.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, you won't have to deal with him for very long.
Whoa, right. You've spoiled the whole show. Oh, no.
If you're watching a podcast about it and haven't seen the actual show, what are you doing?
Yeah, that is true.
Spoiler.
That is true.
Spoiler warning. I thought that was unnecessary. But no. Anyway, we get a shot of previously suckish villain Doc Seismic sitting in jail, doing yoga and meditating, and they're like, he can't possibly escape. We've put him in a concrete block.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's totally not connected to the ground.
he's totally not going to use his ground powers to manipulate the ground in some way.
He wouldn't do that.
I feel like
right?
this is the first. There's a big moment at this. This is the first of Cecil's dumbass moments.
Yeah.
There's a huge one at the end. Anyway, two random villains start trying to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yep.
Their names are Fightmaster and Dropkick, and they are from the future.
Whoa.
This will be important later, and they are just regular dudes.
They are.
And Rex somehow struggles against this regular man, despite having the power to make things explode. Leave me alone. But no, they try to steal the Declaration of Independence. Rex is both being nice and struggling again. So I have this theory that Rex's power directly correlates to how much of a dick he is. Because now he's nice, or trying to be nice, and he's losing against regular dudes who know like jujitsu.
Yeah.
While Mark's just washing the other one,
Kind of. I mean, because well,
he's not trying.
Rex is like boom, 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 and then boom. I've already taken out my guy. What are you doing? I think he's just a regular dude. That's Mark. That's Invincible saying that. By the way,
that's what Mark sounds like.
Yeah. He's like, is it Dropkick or Fightmaster? He's like, take this.
I don't know the difference between them.
And Mark's just like standing there. Mark is invincible.
Yeah. He's like punching Mark and he's not even moving.
Yeah, he's a regular dude.
And Mark just like slaps him and he like goes like,
right into a lamppost.
This guy's really strong. And they eventually they're accosted by Multi-Paul, who I might add is a character we have never seen before.
Indeed.
We see him in a season 1 gag where he's not named.
Yeah.
And all of the characters act like they've known him the whole time. Mm-hmm. I love this episode, but this is
Multi-Paul.
Multi-Paul. And he's like, you killed my sister.
Idiot.
He is, idiot. He is played by Simu Liu, and his voice is very annoying. And he starts, multi-pauling to beat up Rex. And, again, somehow Rex is losing. Somehow Rex is losing to this army of regular dudes.
Yeah.
And Mark's like, hey, could you not?
Rex, no.
Oh, Rex,
Oh,
I totally,
no, Rex.
I like you now, I guess. Oh,
Oh no. But then, mysterious mountain with a mortal telling someone to
thanks for reading the notes.
That's what happens.
That is what happens.
That is what happens.
A mortal tells someone to get dressed.
Do you want to continue, or do you want to go on to the next segment?
Shall we go into our first little game?
Our first little game. Let's go. Right. Okay. So we have certain segments to break up these little.
Yeah. So it's not
probably
just
boring topics. And every single podcast we do will have different ones, different segments.
Yeah.
So it changes.
Yeah. So stay tuned to find out the silly game.
Stay tuned. Okay, so this week's segment is Invincible Impressions.
Do you want me to get up a wheel of Invincible characters?
You could do, yeah, if you want.
If you want to do a random, we'll each do one random impression.
Okay. A zoomy, zoom.
Doobie doobie dooba.
Doobie doobie dooba. Doobie doobie dooba. Doobie doobie dooba. Doobie doobie dooba.
Number 1 victory royale, yeah, Fortnite.
We got to get down.
We're the hottest in the world right now, and just shut down Tomato Town. Huh, let me give you We have decided which Invincible characters we want each other to do. Who do you want me to do an impression of, Ryan?
Oh, right. I want you to do an impression of Alan.
Alan. All right, give me like a minute timer, and I'm gonna see how much Alan dialogue I can remember in that amount of time.
Okay, well, I don't remember any dialogue.
Okay,
so
that's it. That's great. Hopefully our audience doesn't either.
Yeah. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Wait, I was.
What?
Wait, I was sent here to Urath, right? Urath, yeah. The prison food in Viltrum is so bad.
It is so bad.
Wait, what else does he even say? Fuck.
I don't know.
Fuck. What else did he say?
You're a Viltrumite.
You're a Viltrumite, Mark. What are you gonna do in the meantime? Quick, I have to go. Sometimes you have to be Alan the alien.
Alan the alien.
This machination. Oh no, Thetis is a Viltrumite. Spoilers. Yes.
Yeah, spoilers for the last season.
This fucking sucks. Why did I think this was a good? Why did I think this was a good idea?
You're about done.
Oh God.
5, 4,
I hate you all.
1. Boom.
This
You're
game
done.
sucks so much.
Yeah.
This is not good. You're laughing, but no one else will be.
Yeah, because now it's my turn.
All right.
Who do I have?
I want you to do impression of the immortal.
Okay, that's like
Here we go with the
2
excuses.
lines.
No, he
Yeah, I know, but like I can only remember like.
start just saying
1.5.
like bum quotes.
Okay. What? Like when Mark says they stole the Declaration of Independence.
Independence.
Independence. He's like, what?
What? No, go on. Do the where's
Duplicate.
Where is Omni-Man?
Where's Omni-Man? Omni-Man! Omni-Man! Where are you?
Do some Abraham Lincoln quotes in his voice.
What?
He's Abraham Lincoln.
I mean,
I thought you saw.
I'm totally not Abraham Lincoln, the vampire hunter.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you saw Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That's a good film.
It
That
is.
is a really good film.
Impression. Fucking.
I kill vampires because I'm Abraham Lincoln.
Ugh.
Omni-Man!
Mark, you look thin.
Mark, you look thin. Are you ill again? I thought they cured you.
That's the same voice you do for the intro. That's the same fucking in a world.
In a world.
Yeah, that's the same fucking voice.
Let's continue.
Let's continue.
Let us continue.
I really hope they please.
Mark is coming!
Mark is coming.
Mark is coming! I don't know.
I don't know the context
Yeah,
for that. That's in our notes for some reason.
That happens more than once.
Wait, later on in the notes it says Darkwing.
Oh wait, no. Right, when Rex is getting like
His ass
the
kicked.
hell out of, Mark is like, I'm coming, and flies over to save him.
And also,
so there you go.
he turns all the multi-pols into fucking meatballs
Yes.
while he's at it.
Yes, he
Like,
does.
I think this is the first time we've seen Mark be like really intentionally violent towards people
Yeah.
that aren't like, Angstrom Levy. He's
That's
just
true.
ripping them in half and just like throwing their guts out.
Yeah.
And then, oh no.
Fight, master!
Fight. They escape with
Master, fight! And kick drop.
they escape with the Declaration of Independence on their hover bike.
Oh, no.
They go back to the future.
Oh, no.
Back to the future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Another goat film.
Another goat. Yeah.
This is multiple.
Yeah, there is multiple. Anyway, all of a sudden we hear Bum Mortal.
Bum mortal.
Stop.
Butt mortal.
But Mortal, yeah.
Yep.
Kate's alive.
Kate's alive!
Everyone was.
You're alive, Kate?
Yeah.
Didn't tell? That's Rex.
Oh, great. But no, Kate's alive because someone asked for that.
Yeah.
And Multipol immediately is like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rex
Like
is-
Paul's a dumbass.
Rex like, you almost killed me for nothing. He's like,
You don't want to mention Mark goes sicko mode on Paul?
yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, you did, but you didn't.
Do you
say
have
it.
dementia?
Maybe.
Are you immortal? Do you have dementia?
Yeah.
But-
I've killed people for less. You almost killed Rex over nothing. I've killed people. Wait, no,
He's
you almost killed me over nothing.
No,
I've killed my. Oh, fuck.
Multipole is trying so hard to be badass.
He
throughout this
is,
entire-
but he's got like a low taper fade.
and he's voiced by Simu Liu. You killed my sister.
Yep.
Or just half the show is just going to be us quoting the show.
Yeah. Yeah, duh.
Anyway, fucking Kate left the Guardians because she needed some time, which come the fuck on.
Didn't tell anyone else.
Yeah, come the fuck
Just
on.
like died.
Apart from Immortal, who was banging her at the time.
Yep.
No, Kate sucks. Moving on, they rejoined the Guardians. Because Kate's had her time now and she's ready to take her responsibility as a fucking superhero again.
Yep.
She could have been crazy useful when, I don't know, she could have helped out. We get to see Oliver, Mark's brother.
Oliver.
Last time we saw him in season 2, he was only a baby, but because of his Thraxan biology,
Yes.
he's now like 12 years old.
Yes.
And is now getting superpowers too.
Indeed.
Which is cool. And he's like, Mark, train me. I want to be the next Hokage. You need to train me to be a superhero.
I want to be the very best Invincible that no one ever was.
Anyway, he's only like 2 months old despite looking like 12 again.
Yeah. Mark's a dumbass.
Mark's a dumbass. That's also in our notes for some reason. True, but I don't know why we said that.
It's cause Mark's a dumbass. No, it's cause he was like, is the Declaration of Independence important?
How important is the Declaration of Independence?
And then like the childminder or
babysitter, I think.
Babysitter. I mean, he's no longer a baby, isn't he?
He's only 2 months.
Who cares? Anyways, she's like, ask Oliver.
Because Oliver's like a baby genius now.
Yeah, he knows everything because his memory's so good.
He remembers like the day he was born. Yeah, he does. That's like
that's probably not a pleasant memory. We don't just to see Omni-Man's face. Oliver. Wait, no, he doesn't have a name, does he?
Yeah, he doesn't have a name.
Yeah, he's like, baby.
I question though. Do the Thraxans lay eggs? They're bug people.
I don't know.
Did they lay? Was his first memory hatching, or did they like give birth like mammals?
I don't know.
Because if they're like lay eggs, that means like Omni-Man didn't have sex with his mom. Just like that's how that works.
That's too violent. That's too like gross.
That's how that works.
Is that how that works?
Yes, that's how that works.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Oh. Important growing up mention. Mark playing baseball with Oliver. Just like he did with his dad.
Adorable. Hopefully nothing will go wrong this time.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing could ever go wrong. Ray's back. She was eaten.
Busha Bandit.
What?
You skipped a lot.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, because Oliver wants to fight crime. Because he's like, yeah, I've got superpowers now. Right. Mark said I'm allowed to train with him. Because Mark's a dumbass as well.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't want his brother. Look what happens later on when Oliver does go to use his powers. He gets fucking washed.
Time for a beatdown.
Big ass beatdown.
Big ass beatdown coming up.
Yeah. But no. Also, Immortal and Kate are married, and he forged the rings with metals he found in somewhere lane.
Shut down by Monster Girl.
Yeah, pretty. Anyway, Ray's back.
Ray's back
from being eaten. Fun fact: Ray actually dies. Ray actually dies in the comic. Like Ray's a man in the comic and just fucking dies then. But now they're back for character development reasons.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Rex is uncharacteristically kind.
He is. Ever since that bullet to the head.
I think it lobotomized him.
Yeah.
That's why he's so. That's why he's so nice and agreeable now.
Yes.
Like instant lobotomy.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
That's how he talks.
Yeah, that is how he talks.
We don't need an invention.
Samson quote.
Can you read out the Black Samson quote, please?
Ain't nothing gonna stand up to us, family. Wait, up.
What were you gonna say?
I skipped a word. Ain't nothing gonna stand up to us now. Family's back, baby, and we're unbreakable.
First of all, missed opportunity to say Invincible. Second of all, not true.
Wrong.
Not true. A lot can break up this family, evidently. Oh yeah, but how the fuck did you spell seismic right like that?
That's what he's say seismic.
Seismic.
Right. Size and mic. Seismic. That's
right.
What it didn't autocorrect, so I believe that was right.
In our notes, he has spelt it Sizemick.
Seismic.
Seismic.
How would you say it?
I'm pretty sure it's spelled with an E somewhere in there.
I just think you're wrong.
Nah, I'll show you how it's really spelled later. Cut this out. Anyway, Doc Seismic is still in jail, like feeling up the ground because I don't know, he's like grounding himself or something. He's definitely not doing anything with his fucking ground superpower.
Definitely doesn't have anything to do with Doc Seismic, the seismic activity that's happening all over America.
All over America, there's peculiar seismic activity going on.
Doc Seismic's just like touching the ground.
Yeah, he's like. And Cecil's too busy spying on Mark and Oliver to fucking notice the people in his prison, like trying to take over the world. But no, Cecil shows up at their house and is like, fucking, hey, sport, do you want to become a superhero? And Debbie's like, no, because you ruined Mark's life by making him a superhero.
You ruined my dream journal. I did not.
But no, Debbie doesn't want Oliver to become a hero while he's still young, which won't be for very long.
No.
Anyway, Mark, everyday teenager Mark Grayson is hanging out with his annoying friends, William and Rick. They are
Sergeant Major Rick Graham.
Yeah, and they're bowling. This scene doesn't do much apart from a set. Well, Mark's like, yeah, last season I met this Eve from another dimension who was like, tell me that you love me or tell me that you don't. I have feelings for you. Please tell your Eve that like you love her or something.
Yeah.
Thanks, dog. And I don't know what to do about that. That's strange. So he's like talking to like William. It's like, should I confess my feelings to Eve? And William's like, do you have feelings? And he's like, yeah. Hot. She's hot.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, she's a pretty hot superhero.
Yeah.
So William's like, yeah, confess to her. Just don't tell her about the whole alternate dimension thing.
Yes.
That may come across as weird. Anyway.
Doesn't want to lie to Eve because he lied to Amber from the beginning.
Yeah. He wants to be honest. No secrets.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rick has like a cyborg heart attack. Thank you for the sound effects. Mark visits Eve's treehouse to go tell her, like, his feelings. Meanwhile, Oliver just wants to go to the zoo because he's pure. Cecil comes and is still being really creepy, towards Oliver. Don't you want to be a superhero, kid?
Don't you want to be a superhero, kid?
Don't you want to be Batman?
There's no laws against a Pokemon, Batman.
There's no laws against Thraxon's Batman.
No, you should have said Omni-Man. Omni-Man. I'm omniing it.
Shut up. Omni-Man. Put that over there. Oliver gets his powers at this point. We cut back to Eve's treehouse and learn she's studying architecture to make her powers better and not chemistry.
Yeah, well,
which is strange. I guess both would be helpful, but I feel like chemistry, like
she studied a lot of chemistry when she was younger, right?
Yeah,
and she can literally see molecules, right? And
I can see.
She knows.
I can see you. That doesn't make me like a fucking surgeon.
She could see everything that makes you.
I can see all your skin. That doesn't make me a dermatologist.
Bruh.
All right. Stop. Mark goes to tell Eve, like, yo, you kind of fine, though. Can I hit it?
You kind of fine. Yo, my little brother has powers.
You can fine. Can I hit it? By the way, an alternate version of you told me to hit it, so can I do it? And she's like, what?
What?
Yeah.
Debbie mad at Civil once again.
I would like to bring to the attention that Ryan Dahl wrote all these notes.
Yeah, pretty well, to be in fact.
To be, in fact. You talk pretty well, in fact.
It's not very nice.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
Rex is showering after Doc Seismic taps ground. No way. There is no way. We see a naked Rex
Dog
in
Seismic.
Dog Seismic. Yeah, I said Doc, but I just said Doc.
You said Dog Seismic.
Doesn't matter.
But, Rex is naked, as is mentioned several times in our notes.
Yes. So Rex, right? Backstory. Rex goes into the shower.
Yeah.
Turns it on. He's having a pleasurable shower. It's pretty warm. I don't know. I don't know the full details because they don't show us. But the water turns to a black sludge. He's like, oh no. And then he grabs a towel and goes out of the shower.
And then a giant fucking hole appears in the in the Guardian's base. And it has nothing to do with Doc Seismic. None of his ground powers.
Not yet. We don't know.
Anyway, Doc Seismic escapes prison.
He does.
Through a giant hole in the floor.
Indeed.
And Cecil's like, every superhero in America is gone missing. Mark, it's only you and Eve. We need you to like fucking.
We need you.
We need you. And Easel's like, Easel?
This better be fucking catastrophic.
Yeah, Eve's pissed off.
All right, did she say cataclysmic?
Does it matter?
Kind of.
It matters to me.
Oliver overhears this.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm going to go fight Doc Seismic.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a superhero. And Debbie's like, no. Anyway, cut to Doc Seismic's underground base. He's using his vibration powers, his ground powers, to control like dune worms and lava monsters.
Yeah.
And he's used those to imprison all the heroes in like bubbles.
Yeah.
Who are all contained in them somehow, even though there's guys like Immortal who allegedly has super strength.
Yeah, it's weird because they can't escape them, right?
Why can't Rex blow it up?
Well, he's inside.
It just charge it a little. He can blow off his clothes without hurting himself.
Right. Maybe they need more power.
Maybe, but it's a stupid scheme. This episode's all right, but it relies on the premise that Doc Seismic could trap all of them in bubbles. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mark shows up. Epic music starts playing. They don't really give a fuck about Seismic. They start attacking the giant bugs and Skylanders. Somehow, Mark is getting his ass kicked by big bugs.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Which is, very sad. But no, they're attacking. Doc Seismic talks to them through, like, clicking his wrists together.
Doc Seismic cringe.
Doc Seismic mad cringe.
Mad cringe. Obsessed with vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is. Gender diversity and something else.
Yep. Rex is naked.
Rex is naked!
He's naked, so he was...
Someone throw up an image of Rex naked on screen.
Boom! So, after Rex gets out of the shower and only has a towel on, a huge hole appears in the Guardians of the Globe.
We already said this!
Backstory, right? Jay says this, right? Rex gets captured.
By the bugs.
They forget his towel.
Yes!
What the frig?
Doc Seismic just wants to see Rex naked.
Exactly. He is the only hero there that is naked.
We've cracked the code.
What are the chances?
We've cracked the code. Actually, no, the big green guy's naked.
What big green guy?
The big green guy. The big green guy who you see in the background of some shots. He's the dude who fights with Business Baby and like the...
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, the big green guy. He's technically naked.
Okay.
Unless that's not his skin.
Okay.
Throw up an image of my personal favorite Invincible character, Big Green Guy.
Green guy.
Yeah, Big Green Guy.
Yeah, Boss Baby.
Yeah, and Boss. Throw up an image of Boss Baby from Invincible.
Throw up Boss Baby and Boss Baby from Invincible. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference.
Yeah, find the difference. Do you think it should be time for our next silly game?
I believe so.
I have to quit. I've read the comics.
I've read the comics.
So I have to quiz Ryan.
Quiz me
on his knowledge of Invincible details.
Use your quizzical skills.
I'll use my
quizzical.
I'll quiz you. And you can't answer these with I don't know.
Okay, I'll try my best.
No, you will.
I'll try my best.
You will not answer these with I don't know.
I will try my best.
Question 1. What is Alan's alien species called?
Oh.
Come on. Just you looking at me and going...
No, because it's not... Is it not a flat? No, it's not.
It's not the Flaxons. Those are the guys from the other dimension. Right?
I have no clue.
They say it.
I know they do.
I'm going to say it's like Unopin or something.
Unopin.
Unopin.
He is Unopin.
Let's find out if you're right. Drum roll.
He's
an Unopin.
Unopin?
Unopin.
They definitely say it like Unopin.
They don't say Unopian. Unopin.
Unopin.
Unopin, I know pin.
We all know pin.
Next question. What is Duplicate's last name?
Kate.
No. You are saying
Dupla.
You're saying your name is Kate, like Mario.
Well, no,
Mario.
because it's not. No, because it's duplicate. It's not. Is it Dupla?
No, it's not Dupla.
Duplamorphous.
Kate and Paul Duplamorpheus.
I don't know it.
It's Cha.
Oh, yeah, Kate Cha. Yes.
You know these only when I actually answer them for you.
Yeah, because it clicks something in my brain, and I know.
Yeah, because
Because Immortal says Kate Cha was whatever at the funeral.
All right, final question. Why is Brit called Brit?
Oh, because his name's Brittany.
Yes, finally.
Let's go.
It's not because he's British.
Let's go. Walter.
They put me in Invincible.
They put me in Invincible. Walter.
Anyway, continuing with the summer with the comedic retelling. Debbie's Invincible's mom. Is that where we were at?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Anyway, Mark is still getting his ass kicked by giant bugs.
Yep.
And all of a sudden we see, Cecil in his like headquarters, and he's like, "Send on the pods."
Send on the pods.
And we don't know what the pods are.
We don't know what the pods are.
Anyway, we cut back. Debbie's, talking to Oliver, and is like, please don't go out. I don't want you to like get hurt or something by giant bugs. That would be really inconvenient.
Yes.
And he's like, okay.
Okay, fine, Mom. But you know who I'm the mom of? Invincible.
Cut that out. And put
no!
No! That was the most shocking.
Oliver, shocked. He's like, what? Even though he knew this already. Right? And Debbie's like, well, I can tell Invincible to let you train with him. And Oliver's like, okay, Mom, thank you. Thank you so much. Boom. Boom.
Anyway, cut back to Mark and Eve fighting Skylanders.
Yeah, they're fighting Skylanders.
They're fighting fucking Skylanders.
Yep.
They're like,
picture of
the fire
Skylanders and Skylanders from Invincible.
Picture of the Skylander Eruptor and the lava monsters from Invincible.
The Skylander, it's the guy who has like lava hands and like has the round head.
Eruptor.
Eruptor.
Anyway, Mark gets stabbed.
He does. Mark gets stabbed.
He's currently like dying of like poison or something.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be this tough.
I agree. How is he losing this bad to
Doc? Agrees.
Yeah. How does he lose this bad to Doc fucking Seismic?
Yeah. Exactly.
I genuinely, again, the main conceit of this episode is that I just can't believe that Invincible and Adam Eve would lose to this.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. There's so much beyond this. Anyway, Rex is still naked.
Indeed.
Mark's trying to like wake up Eve because she was knocked out, and she has the best powers out of all of them. It's like,
apparently
she can fucking like turn people's heads into concrete.
Not with her mental block.
She fucking holds Conquest in place. Spoilers, Conquest is in the season. She fucking holds Conquest in place with her powers, like by making the air too dense to fly through. Why can't she just do that to the worms?
Her mental block.
That's not how the mental fucking block works.
Yep.
That's not... You...
The appearance of
Darkwing.
Darkwing 2.
For those who don't remember, because it's been a while, Darkwing 2 is a villain in season 2. He's the
villain. Oh yeah, villain in season 2. Yeah.
He's the sequel to the hero.
Yeah.
I was about to call him Darklander for a second.
Homelander. Wrong comic.
Yeah, wrong comic, wrong show. No, he has shadow powers, and he was a villain last time, and now he's here helping them. Invincible's not very happy about this.
No, he's not.
Because he hates villains. As is his job as a superhero. Cecil also... Rex is being unfunny,
Yep.
As normal.
Yep.
Darkwing's doing incredibly well against the giant
He's winning.
Yeah, despite, them taking out Invincible, who's literally invincible.
Oh, he's literally invincible and 138% stronger than last time.
Not strong enough. Anyway, Cecil also sends in an army of Rihanna men.
Yeah.
Which also Mark is not very happy about, because the Rihanna men. Oh no, they kicked my ass and hurt my friends.
Yep. They're winning. Also, they can open the eggs.
Yes, they can. Very easily, I might add.
No one else. They're literally heroes of America.
Yeah, all the heroes of America.
And they cannot even open an egg. They're
Black
trapped
Samson's there. Being strong is like his only superpower.
Yeah. And then the Reanimator Boom. Easy. Are you telling me on the inside are like the eggs wet so they can't actually grip or something? But the Reanimen from the outside, the eggs are dry and crusty, and so the Reanimen are like...
The Reanimen are ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
Despite Mark being able to just like turn them into mincemeat with a single touch. He lightly grazes them and they die. But also they're strong enough to just... They're stronger than every hero in America, evidently.
Yep. And Mark is like, what the fuck?
He's becoming the Crash Out King.
Yep.
You know, he crashes out, you know, destroys all the Reanimen. Darkwing dispatches of fucking what's his name? Dog Seismic.
Yep, Dog Seismic.
Everyone's cheering apart from Mark. You know, we get to see Rex's cheeks.
Oh yeah, Rex is still naked.
Rex is still naked.
He's still naked. He's like, whoa, wow.
Anyway, Mark, what does he do next? He goes to attack Darkwing. He's like, you're a villain. You're a murderer.
Yep. Darkwing sglorps him.
Darkwing sglorps.
Yep. Yep. They all cheer. Rex is still naked. Rex butt cheeks.
Immortal's still a weirdo. Mark's like, you work for Cecil now? I gotta go talk to Cecil.
Yep.
He flies all the way to Cecil's pad.
Indeed.
And he's like, Cecil, what are you doing with these people? They're villains. And he's like, basically Cecil's argument is they're more useful as like reformed agents than they are just like rotting in prison.
Yeah.
Which he's kind of right.
He's right.
I can see the argument for Darkwing, but also D.A. Sinclair, the guy who he's a monster.
He is. That's a little too far. However, the Reanimen are quite helpful.
They are very helpful. Ultimate glass cannons, but I can see them working with Darkwing, but Mark's just having none of it. Like, he's like, this is awful. You're working with supervillains.
Yeah.
And, you know, Cecil walks him into the White Room with his army of Reanimen and is like, Mark, go home. Don't talk to me. Don't call me.
Don't come by my house.
We're not friends.
We're not friends anymore.
But no, he also Cecil mentioning reprogramming. Darkwing, which
mental reprogramming.
That's a weird way to phrase it. Did he lobotomize him?
I don't know. I don't know if they've like gone under like
MK Ultra, like mind control, or whether he's just giving them therapy.
Maybe.
Darkwing, why do you kill people? I don't know.
Mark's coming again.
Yeah, Mark's coming. I'm coming.
He's coming. Mark is really aggressive.
Yeah, no, he's overly aggressive.
He's not taking any shit.
He's not taking any shit from Cecil anymore.
He's not. Cecil, yeah.
Basically, Cecil's like, I'm going to give you this chance to go home, and then our episode ends. And we get an end credit scene with Alan in space jail because he's still there with Omni-Man.
Yeah.
What did you think of the episode?
Well,
I think it's one of the worst ones of season 3.
Yeah.
It's not quite as bad as like episode 6, I think. No, episode 5.
Because there's tons of build up to Mark being this strong,
and then he
immediately loses the battle
to one of the weaker villains he has to face.
Yeah, Doc Seismic makes an appearance in every season.
Yeah.
Invincible usually gets him.
Yeah, if he was losing to like the Maulers or something, I could maybe understand it because they have like super strength.
Yeah.
Remember, in season 2, a bunch of them almost killed him.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's based. I like the setup for like the Cecil versus Mark mini arc that we're going into. But I feel like the setup of this episode is based on a ridiculous premise that all of the heroes of America would lose to Doc Seismic.
Yeah.
Who's lame.
He is lame and has a power upgrade.
Yeah.
He can talk to
bugs
that are huge.
Oh, what did he do?
Since when? How did Cecil, who like the big government, not know about these giant creatures that
live underground?
Yeah.
And how
makes no sense.
If he's sending vibrations through the ground, I feel like they should have a way to detect that.
This is ground control to Major Cecil.
This is ground control to Major Bug. No, I feel like, again, I like this episode. It's got some good dialogue. It's surprisingly, it's one of Rex's better episodes. He's pretty funny in this one.
He's naked most of the time.
I do like the fight with Fight Master and Dropkick, though. It gets really lame. Also, Multiball just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He flies in on a flying motorcycle And it's just like,
Yeah.
you killed my sister.
You killed my sister. I didn't kill her. You didn't save her.
It's a
come on.
It's a ridiculous. There's too
There's
many.
no need.
I think there's too many plot contrivances for it to be good. But I like everything it sets up.
Yeah.
I like the Mark v. Caesar stuff. I don't really care for Multi-Paul and what he does in this season. He gets one cool scene. But no, I'm gonna give this like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been talking Invincible.
This is talking Invincible.
Yeah, we've been. Next time, Mark and Cecil go head to head in their bloodiest confrontation yet. Also, we get the secret backstory of Cecil Stedman. Stay tuned.
It's a pretty gruesome one.
In the next week's episode, a deal with the devil. Yeah.
It's real quiet.
It's oh so quiet.
One thing. I don't know why everything.
No matter how hard you try.